What is up? Whew, Wednesday night in Gurgaon. I'm flying in and out these days. Crazy, crazy, crazy times in and out of Mumbai, but it is always good to be home. And I did not put an announcement for this live stream, so I don't know if anyone's gonna come. I guess we're gonna find out. Got my little chai, of course. Ah, too good. Who's having chai right now? 7:16 as I'm here right now. What's up? Justin, what's up, sir? Adu Plays, what's up, what's up? Hope you guys are absolutely marvelous. But when are you coming to Bombay? I came back from Bombay last night. But I'm coming to Bombay for a couple of days every week this month. Little project going on, helping a friend with something, so I'll be flying in and out of Bombay every week. But kind of short, like 2 days, like one night, 2 days sort of thing. I'm gonna try to spend some time on weekends there, because I'll be there first couple of days of the week normally. So I'm gonna try and fit in some weekends as well to just enjoy, because I love spending time in Bombay, whether it's Andheri, whether it's Bandra, whether it's Juhu, whether it's in town. I absolutely love the vibe all around Bombay. Almost nowhere that I don't have a good time. So the energy's immaculate, the cafes, the food, I absolutely love it. Especially because obviously I'm a Gora, right? So I don't have oh wow, Justin, look at you with your little 40 rupee tip. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Hope you're fantastic, Justin. What's up, big bro fan? Love from Mumbai. I appreciate you. And I send a lot of love back to Mumbai. Absolutely love Mumbai. As I was just saying, I absolutely love Mumbai. So I appreciate you for that little tip and the shout out. I appreciate you very much. Where are you currently? I am in Gurgaon right now. In my humble place of abode. This is my home. Having a little sippy sip. Enjoying a little chai. The chai is hitting deliciously. I'm not gonna lie, the chai is hitting damn good. I did make some content today with chai, and this is a little bit of a leftover, so I'm like, you know what? You can't waste it. You can't waste the chai, so I'm just enjoying it. You know what I mean? Enjoying it. By the way, the what's it called? Oh, mine's frozen. The caffeine. I'm not great with caffeine. I'm not great at handling caffeine. I'm not a true desi in that sense yet. You know, you guys have chai right before you sleep, and then you sleep like a baby. I don't know how that's possible, but you guys are doing that. I'm not at that level just yet. So for me to have chai even this late at 7 p.m. is not the wisest thing, but I'm doing it anyway. You know what I mean? I just got a little half cup. Should be manageable, right? That's not going to keep me up too late, right? At least I hope not. But ask me anything, guys. I live in, for those that are new here, anyone, actually, you know what, whoever's joining the live stream right now, put in the chat where you're from, which city or country. I assume most of you are probably from India because it's perfect Indian time to be online right now. So your city and your country, put it in the chat right now. I'm currently in Gurgaon right now. And if you're new around here, I live in India. I lived in India specifically in Gurgaon for the last 2 and a bit years. And also for a whole year extra on top of that in 2019. So thought I would start doing live streams. I'm enjoying making content. That's been my last full-time profession for the last 2 years. And now I want to get into live streams. And for those that have been here the last couple of weeks, I've started live streaming, but I want to, at some stage, when I get a chance to just relax, I just flew in from Delhi last night. So just trying to get into the live streams any way possible. But at some stage, I want to put some structure around my live streams and see how we can create some really cool live streams, maybe out in real life, in public, walking around. Let's see. I want to try and figure it out. That's complicated. It's not so easy. Right now, you can't see it here, but I've got laptop set up and things plugged in and microphones and everything connected. So this is very hard to set up out in real life. You know what I mean? And of course, I'm connected to a strong Wi-Fi here out in public. The phone 5G is not as good. So there's a few things I'm trying to work out. If we can work it out and come up with a plan, then I'll head out into real life. I think it would be sick live streaming. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you're here, make sure you hit it. But let's open up a bit of a Q&A. If anyone has any questions, how can I do it? Start a Q&A. Ask me anything. Let's put that in a little Q&A tab. Let's see what questions we've got. We've got a couple of questions coming through in the chat, I guess. live chat. But I appreciate you again, Justin Legend. Where are you currently? Yes. How's the chai thing? Sensational. Do you work in Gurgaon? Well, like I just said, now I make content full time, so I can kind of work from everywhere. But most of my content is about my life in India. So I kind of, first things first, I live in Gurgaon, and so I kind of make content around where I live. Where I live actually comes first before where I work or where I make content. So I live in Gurgaon and I make most of my content about NCR-based behaviors, I think. But now I'm trying to spend a lot more time in Mumbai as well. Firstly, because I absolutely love Mumbai. I think that's the thing that's driving me a lot of what I'm doing right now is where do I actually want to be. And I love living here. I love spending time in Bombay, so I'm going back and forth a fair bit. And so naturally my content will slowly become, include more content about Bombay and other parts of India as well. So I'm trying to travel around a little bit to try to understand the nuances of the different cities, because I understand that different cities, different states are very different culturally. And so I want to understand, I feel like I've got a pretty good grip of NCR, decent. And now I'm trying to uncover the nuances of other parts of India as well. How's the heat in Gurgaon? I heard there are a few showers all over India, so wish to know. Yes, there was some rain in Gurgaon as well. So now it's actually not super hot. I mean, it's super hot. It's like mid-high 30s, but it's not 40 every day as of this week. I think next week we're getting back into the 40s, but 2 weeks ago it was hot, like 42, 43. But luckily for us, we've had a bit of a simmering over the last 1 week or so. From Mumbai, it was raining in the morning. Damn, Mumbai is beautiful. But I've never been to Bombay in monsoon seasons, which I heard is actually super, super beautiful. I'm sure after 1 or 2 months you get over the rain. But I might come check it out. My father is coming for a trip in July, next month. So we're thinking to come, even though it's probably going to be monsoon and raining that time of the year, we might come and just enjoy, you know what I mean? So can you see some of those Bombay rains? India is a developing country, so see it like that. Sure. Bro, how did you decide to settle in India? I didn't. India kind of chose me, but I'll explain the story very briefly. When I was 23, I was 3 years into my corporate career as an accountant, and I really wanted to do something else, a bit different. I'd been doing the same thing for kind of 3 years. And so I thought, I don't want to leave necessarily, but I would like to travel and maybe do this work in another country. And so I wanted to go to London or New York or Amsterdam. But the problem with those is, at that time, I still had 1 exam left to pass my chartered accountancy in Australia. And so I wasn't allowed to even apply. It was a mandatory requirement that you were CA qualified already. But there was an option to come to India, and it was preferred CA qualification, not mandatory. I was like, this is literally my only option right now to work overseas in a different country than Australia. Let's just apply. So I applied, I went through the interview processes, and I ended up getting the role. And so I moved to India for the first time. That was in January 2019. And within honestly a couple of days, I just absolutely loved living here. And then you fast forward to 2024. I spent a year, the whole year pretty much, with some back and forth. But to simplify for this answer, I spent about a year in India that year, 2019, start of 2020. And then fast forward to 2024, I decided, I was in Australia, 2024. I was like, let's go back to India. So I quit everything this time. I didn't come for a job. I just quit everything, moved back to India just because I wanted to be here. And about 1 or 2 months after moving, I started making content. So that's kind of the journey of how I got to India in the first place, and then kind of my decision my really random decision to move back. It wasn't even for an opportunity. It wasn't even for content. I didn't even know I'd be making content when I came back. It was just a random thing that I was like, let's just go back. And how's the heating good going? Yes. Go buy yourself a water power. Oh, could sink in a shock water power right now. That's my local Mumbai knowledge. Head to a shock. Seriously good. How long have you been living in India for? Sort of. Total, because I know I just mentioned I was here 2019 and the last 2 years. So total, just over 3 years total, which is crazy to think about, honestly. It feels like it's gone by in a few months, honestly. 3.5 years, a long time to be away from family and friends, but has been total of that long. Has there been any rain in Gurgaon? Yes, last week, I believe. I haven't been here. Every time I go to Bombay, apparently it rains. So I don't know if I'm a bad luck charm, and I'm, as soon as I leave, it rains. I have no idea, but yeah, apparently it rained, both times that I wasn't here. So I think it has been raining. I mean, it has been raining, I just haven't seen it. bro, your vids are so inspirational. You're one of the only people who represents Indian culture. Now, I appreciate that. And the cool thing about hearing that is that I'm not Indian, you know what I mean? But what I like to do and hope to do, and this is why I appreciate your comments, is because I want to do that. I want to like pick apart Indian culture and appreciate it. And I'm here because I love living here, you know, and I love parts of Indian culture and a lot of Indian culture. And of course, there's some things that are annoying, but that's I try to make content about everything and try to show my whole perspective of India. And I think people appreciate that, you know. I call out some little things that I feel like could be better as a country, especially as a country that I live in, you know what I mean? And I call out things that I love, that I absolutely love about it. And so I'm glad you feel you feel inspired by it. I want to definitely focus on things like health and fitness and try to inspire people in India to elevate to that next level and start taking care of themselves as well. And I think there's a lot of content I'm looking forward to making. So I appreciate your comments. Hi from Canberra. What's up? Vishwas. Try to come to Himachal Pradesh. I need to. There's a few places I want to go in there, and that's on the list. You abandoned here. What does that mean? You abandoned here. I truly appreciate your content. Do you like gaming or only chai? I appreciate you firstly. I do, but I used to be a big gamer. I used to play FIFA a lot. I used to play COD a lot. I used to play on PC, then Counter-Strike a lot. NBA 2K a little bit. So I never got into like the phone gaming apps like PUBG and stuff. I've literally never played those. But I'm like, I would say 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I kind of stopped playing. I was playing a lot from like 2010 to like 2015. Those 5 years, like hours and hours and hours, like a ridiculous amount of hours per week for sure. So yeah, I was a big gamer back in the day, especially those games. I absolutely love them. But now not so much. Fortunately, unfortunately, I feel like I took up too much of my time, you know? Top the leaderboard, baby, hell yeah. So what do you do in India? Because we're Vela people. I make content full time now, like I just said before. Why are you standing? Just sit down, bro. Easy seeing. I like to stand there. I could be like, you know what I mean? Like agile, you know what I'm saying? I can like bounce around the screen. And then I can like use my hands a bit more freely and like put my hips into the hands, you know what I mean? I like to stand. When I'm sitting, it's like, I don't know, it's boring. I feel like, I sit all day, you know what I mean? Well, I don't sit all day. But I sit half the day. There's one part of my day that's like filming and capturing content where I'm out and about. You guys see my YouTube videos, walking around, street food, all those sorts of things. Those like shooting days, I'm out and about on my legs all the time. But a day like today, where it's a bit more administrative, although I did shoot a nice reel today. I was out and about and like in the gym and all those sorts of things. But yeah, when it comes to editing and then talking with my team and some calls and these sorts of things, it's mostly sitting. So today was a fair bit of sitting. Actually, I probably got a lot of steps in today as well. Did I hit my 10K? 13K steps today. All right, maybe I do deserve to sit down. But when I'm talking with someone, I like to be like on my toes, you know what I mean? Then I can put more emotion, like I can lean into you guys, I can lean back. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Maybe it's not so comfortable, but I enjoy it more. Good evening, my bro. If you start IRL streams, it will be awesome. I agree, Cristiano Messi. You got to pick one of those players, by the way. When's a meet and greet? I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll get your opinion on this Nugget with I don't know what your thing is, but Nugget. I was thinking about, I wonder if I could do like a day, probably in Gurgaon, honestly. So I don't know which of you guys are from Aaron Gurgaon, where I could do like free chai. Just whoever comes, free chai. The price to pay is like you have to scan the barcode and it's like clicking subscribe on my YouTube channel or whatever, following me on Instagram or something. And that's like, instead of scanning QR code to pay on UPI, you scan the QR code to like hit subscribe or hit follow or whatever, and then you get a free chai. I think that would be like a tapri, or even if I could collaborate with like a Chayos or something, would be really, really cool. And then like, not like a community meetup, but just like free chai for everyone in my community for like an hour or something like this. So that could be like a kind of a meetup where I can meet you guys without being like too formal with like full conversation stuff. Because I did a few meetups, not that I promoted them that well, I just put them on my stories once or twice, but I did a few meetups. I think between like 10 and like 30, 40 people came to different ones in different cities. There's one in Gurgaon, Delhi, Jaipur, and Mumbai. I did 4. But it was very much like calm, like we'll sit around, we'll eat, we'll talk, we'll have a good conversation. Like, and I think people enjoyed that, but I feel like there would be a lot of people as well that maybe a bit nervous to come or don't know what to do or don't know what to say and would like to just come, you know, say hi, take a picture, and then like enjoy a free chai and then leave. You know what I mean? Like without having the kind of burden or pressure of like a social situation. So I'm thinking about that. Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat about having like a just 1 hour free chai Aussie Bike community come. take a picture, come chill out, hang out with me. If I can organize, I'm happy to pay for it too. Like if a brand like Chios doesn't want to sponsor it, then I can figure it out as well. I thought that would be super, super cool. I literally thought of it today, by the way. So this is like a fresh thought, like from this morning. I was on a walk, and I was like, maybe I can do that. You know what I mean? Maybe I can like have a free 1 or 2 hour chai window where everyone come, get a free chai, take a picture, say hello, and then and just enjoy. Let me know what you think about that in the chat. I thought that would be quite cool. And your researcher here in Canberra. Oh, super nice, Vishwas. Choose chai or auto. I mean, they're very different things. If I had to pick, I guess I'm going autos, bro. Like, I do love chai, but how am I going to get around? Like, I love getting around, going to the gym and stuff like that in an auto. I don't know, it's a tough one. I mean, they're completely different things. Like, you could have said chai or coffee, at least it's a fair comparison. I need my autos, bro, to get around. Do you speak Hindi? Tora Hindi. But, मैं Hindi सीख रहा हूँ. I'm trying to learn. Have you seen any Indian cinema? Not really. I've watched Three Idiots. That's pretty much the extent of my cinema. But I need to watch a few extra to get up to scratch. And maybe I was thinking, like, how can I do that on live stream? Like, can I do live reactions on a live stream while watching like really, really famous movies? I was thinking, you can also let me know in the chat. When is new long form video coming out? We are waiting. I know. The problem is Cristiano Messi. There's like 5 or 6 that I've filmed. Like I filmed one even last week. And the editor that I was working with is no longer working with us. So I'm just literally waiting and looking for a good editor. This is the bottleneck right now. I'm looking for a good editor. Really struggling to find one. There's so many editors that, like I have a YouTube channel, right? Like you guys are watching me on YouTube right now. I've got 20, 30 long form videos that I've made, and I'm experimenting with different things and my style. Most of the editors now that I'm trying out, they're like, oh, can you like send me samples or give me instructions about your style of editing that you like? I'm like, bro, just go to my channel. Oh shit. Just spilling chai everywhere, getting too emotional. This is why I should sit, huh? But I'm like, just go to my channel, just go check out my videos. Like, why do you need me to explain? Just go have a look at the style I like. And so you've got all these editors now that because editors are in demand, they're getting lazy. They don't want to work. Like, they don't even want to go just check out my profile for 20 minutes and see my style. They don't. So they give you like these samples that are super bad, and it just makes it really difficult. Now I've got chai all over my pants. So that's the bottleneck, but hopefully we've got like 2 or 3 now good editor samples, and I'm trying to like finalize on one to get the videos coming out. Like I said, I've probably got 5 or 6 sitting there waiting to be edited. We'll hopefully film another one this Friday. Got another 2 that I'm filming next week. So my team is like still getting them done. My videographer is great. My ops manager is great, like organizing everything. We're just, now the bottleneck is the editor, which is a big shame. Because I want to be bringing you guys content. And that's especially why I'm doing these live streams, so at least we can stay in touch. I know, and unfortunately right now I don't have so much structure around the live streams, but at least I want you guys to still feel that I'm here, that I'm still creating content, that I'm still around, that I haven't just like quit YouTube, you know what I mean? It's just waiting for the editor. That's literally the extent of it. Madagascar is crazy as well. Isn't like one of the ecosystem hotspots. Madagascar? Do you watch anime? I don't watch anime. Not just Australia, heard of Madagascar. What do you mean? What are you talking about Madagascar for? I missed it. How many more years are you planning to live in India? Great question. I don't know. I think I'd have to say at least like around 2-3 more years. For me, it's like, it's not necessarily like, I don't have a plan in terms of years. It's more like life stage. Like if, for example, if I meet someone and I want to settle down and have a family, I definitely want to do all that in Australia. You know what I mean? Like the rest of my family is there, and I would like to do that in Australia. So let's see. Is my mic not even on? Gone, ladies and gents? Just checking. I think it is. How Indian you say you are? I would say like a 5, 6 out of 10. Like I'm pretty Indian, but I'm not full Indian. Like even for dinner tonight, if I'm dead honest, I had like chicken breast with barbecue sauce and like quinoa and vegetables. You know what I mean? It's not very Indian. Like it's not like a very Indian dish. So I would say honestly 5, 6 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie to you and pretend that I'm some 10 out of 10 fully desertified. Like I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You know what I mean? But I would say 5, 6 out of 10. It's like because some of my friends like bro, they're 10 out of 10, like proper, desi, like not an inch of them is a foreign. You know what I'm saying? Where I still have, like, I enjoy my coffee. Sometimes, like, there's a lot of days I won't have chai, I'll have coffee. I still have my like, a lot of my meals that I have at home are very westernized meals. You know what I mean? So I can't lie and sit here and tell you I'm like 10 out of 10 desi. But I'm enjoying, you know, incorporating more of the Desi culture, the mannerisms into my life for sure. Do you have any Discord server? I do not have Discord. Should I? If you go back to Australia, so you're going to miss India, of course. That's why I came back, because I went back to Australia 2020 and 2021 till 2023, and I missed it, so I moved back start of 2024. So yeah, 100%. How are you surviving in this heat? I don't know. I think I'm just getting used to it now. This is my 4th or 5th Indian summer, so I think, I mean, AC is just pumping. That's pretty much it. AC is pumping. As long as the AC, especially my bedroom, is pumping, at least I can sleep, stay indoors. I mean, I still got, like today I did 5K run outside at like 11 a.m. So it's not easy, but it's okay. As long as I just don't overthink the heat and try to stay indoors in AC as much as I can. You listen to Iceman Habibti? Yes, I listen to Drake's album. Yeah, it's not bad. Are you earning from YouTube? From YouTube specifically, I'm earning a little bit. A few thousand rupees per month, like barely nothing. Not enough to pay pretty much anything. The way I'm earning is through brand deals on Instagram. So YouTube's not really paying me much. Yeah, it's hard to make money on Instagram, especially through like AdSense. Like you need it. It's like I'll get millions and millions of views on short form, and you get paid almost nothing. It's easy to make money long form, but then it's very, 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 very hard to get engagement and views on long form. Like no one's watching long form anymore. I mean, they are, but it's very hard to get people to click and stay for your whole video and to actually monetize long form. To get millions and millions of views, I think my best video is on 200 or 300K. You make a bit of money off that, but not that much, especially because my audience is in India as well. You got lower CPMs, which is like how much money you make per view. And the Indian CPM is like the rate per view is super low. Like if I had 300,000 views in the USA, I'd probably make literally like 10 times the amount of money as in those amount of views in India. So yeah, unfortunately being in India, one of the tough things about it is the CPMs, the amount platforms pay you, and only YouTube really pays me. Facebook a little bit, Instagram pays nothing. The amount YouTube pays me is very less. I have to get like literally millions of views to make any decent amount of money on long form, which I'm not there yet. So I'm not making too much money off YouTube directly right now, if I'm honest with you. YouTube much better than Instagram. That's why I want to focus more on YouTube. That's why I'm starting these live streams. I want to get into it a bit more. Your favorite rapper or artist? Maybe Masego. I don't know if you know him, but Masego I really like. All right, let's go to the questions chat. Are there any questions in here? Yes, we have a few. Oh, now if you got questions, put them in the Q&A part, not in the main chat, because I'm going to be sitting right now. My screen is on the questions tab. So if you got questions, put them in there, and then if I run out of if we finish with those questions, then I'll move back to the live chat and see what you guys are chatting about. How did you end up in India? I mean, what made you move here? Namaste, Mobo. What's up, sir? Initially, I moved for a job. I was an accountant for 3 years, and I explained this at the start of the live stream, but obviously you weren't here, so no problemo at all. I was an accountant for 3 years. I wanted a change of scenery, and there was an opportunity essentially to move to India and work as an accountant, managing a team of accountants in India that worked for Australian clients. And so I applied, I did my interview rounds, and I got accepted, and I moved to India, and that was, I think I moved on the 7th of January 2019. It was the first day I stepped foot on India, and it was, from that moment on, I kind of just fell in love. And then 2024, after being in Australia for 3 years, I quit everything in Australia, my job and everything, and moved back here without a job. A month after that, I started making content. So I've been here 2 different phases, 2019 for a year, and now the last 2 years here. And I absolutely love it, honestly. Still love it. How are you surviving in this heat? I had that question just a minute ago as well. AC is on, wearing light clothing, and eating less red meat actually is a real answer. I eat a lot of red meat, like buff and lamb and these sorts of things, because, I don't know, protein, it's what I'm used to, part of my diet in Australia. And I got my blood tested, and my iron is ridiculously high. And I get way hotter than all my friends here. Like I'm always, even in winters in Delhi, I'm like warm. Like a cold winter's evening, I'll be in a t-shirt or like an open shirt and pants, and like I'm good. And everyone's like, bro, aren't you cold? I'm like, I'm actually warm. Like I'm all right. Sometimes it's a bit chilly, but like I'm all right. You know what I mean? And like evening Delhi winters, it's not warm. And then, so yeah, I've always been warmer than everybody. I'm like, probably something's off. So I got my blood tested, and my iron is really, really high. And one of the big reasons is because I eat so much red meat here in Delhi, so in Gurgaon. So I'm going more to chickens, putting a lot more vegetables and fruits in my diet. And yeah, I'm actually feeling like a cooler. I probably should do my blood test again, see if my iron has come down. Because I'm definitely feeling cooler. Like it's not crushing me like previous years. I think 2024 summer was outrageous. That was the year that we hit like 50 degrees one day. And I remember that day I was trekking in Ladakh, so I wasn't here for it. But yeah, I remember that year I was just destroyed. And even last year was a struggle, but this year's touch wood, I felt a touch cooler. Even on the 40, 42 degree days, I felt like manageable, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, to sleep I need AC all night, literally the whole night. Bro, where do you live in Gurgaon? I live like near Galleria Market. Have you traveled to UP? Is Noida in UP? Noida's in UP, right? If yes, I think it is. If yes, then yes, I have. But I haven't really traveled in UP, to be honest with you, no. I went there to film a YouTube video once, and that was kind of the extent of it. Have you ever visited Himachal Pradesh? No, like I just said before, I have not, and I need to. I heard beautiful, 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 beautiful things. YouTube is greater than Instagram. Oh, all this came through in the chat as well, in the live chat. YouTube is better than Instagram in some way. For me, the good thing about Instagram is Instagram has more of that, like, how can I say, like brand. Like I feel like I can create a brand on Instagram. YouTube has that too, but YouTube is tough, bro. The YouTube game, especially long form, is tough. Like everyone's cognitive focus is so low these days. You know, TikTok and Reels are just, like if your video is more than like 20 seconds, you're just, like, it's so hard to retain people. And so, like, I made a Dadavi documentary, which I loved. I absolutely loved my Dadavi documentary. It's almost 20 minutes. And it's one of my worst performing videos. I think 4,000 or 5,000 views long form. And yeah, you know, it is what it is. The facts don't lie, the algorithm doesn't lie, but I absolutely loved it. But people don't want to sit through. And I think everyone's over the Dadavi topic, which is a shame because I really felt like I brought a different perspective to Dadavi. It wasn't just one of those Gordon videos where they say, look how trashed it is, and look how messy it is, and there's trash everywhere. It wasn't one of those. It was one where I didn't take a tour guide. I went in raw. I went into people's homes. I met people randomly. It was completely unplanned. I connected with the communities there. Had a real, like, in the moment conversations. It was really beautiful, and it was very emotional for me that day. And so yeah, like things like this, you know, like I do love YouTube and what it allows you to create, and it's given me the platform to actually dive deeper into Indian culture as well, which has been a blessing. But it's hard, and I think part of like with Instagram, I've kind of cracked it. You know what I mean? In some ways, like I'm getting 20 to 30 million views organically every single month, which is crazy. YouTube long form, I haven't cracked yet. I haven't cracked the code. I don't know. I think the main thing is I don't know what my audience wants from me from a long form content perspective, and so I don't know what constitutes good content. You know, like what's watchable content. And good content doesn't necessarily mean super high resolution and filmography and great editing. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Like there's some super raw vlog videos with terrible quality, bad editing that get millions of views because it's just something about the content that's good that people resonate with, the people like that raw nature. That's a good piece of content. If you're getting millions of views, it's a good piece of content because it's what your audience wants. And some of these guys out here creating like very high quality, perfect piece of content that aren't getting views because it's not actually good content. The quality might be there and the editor might be expensive and the camera used might be super expensive and amazing, but it's not good content because it's not what people actually want to watch. And so this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what does my audience want to watch from me? And for them, for my audience, for you guys, what constitutes good content? And so I haven't cracked that yet for YouTube long form. I haven't cracked those questions yet. So I'm trying to work on that. It is tough. And the thing about YouTube long form as well, like Reels, I put out Instagram Reels like every day, right? So I'm getting a lot of feedback. This works, this doesn't work. This only gets, like, for me now, anything below 100,000 views is not a good video. So if I know if something gets 50 or 60,000 views on a Reel, it's terrible for me. And then if something's hitting above 1 million, it's a great video. So then I can test every single day and try different things and get daily data feedback. With YouTube long form, I'm posting once a week, and I've missed the last few weeks because I don't have an editor right now. And so it's really hard to get a lot of feedback. At a maximum, I'm getting one piece of feedback, you know, one video per week. And so, you know, in a year, you're getting 52 pieces of feedback about which direction to go and what's working and what's not. And we've only been going for the last 6 or 7 months, so I've got maybe 25 or 30 pieces of feedback. Whereas in that time on Instagram, I would have posted minimum once a day. I know in January I was posting twice a day the whole month, so I've had like 200 pieces of feedback in that same amount of time, like 10 times the amount of feedback. And so yeah, this is what makes Reels, I guess, easier to go viral, easier to build a community because you're getting feedback more. I mean, I could be posting on Instagram, on YouTube every single day as well, but it would just be, yeah, I'd have to make a formal plan around that and do a bit more vlogging, a bit more raw stuff, which I think maybe you guys would like as well. So that thing, I do. Bro, just post videos, we'll see them, okay? I appreciate you. I want to try more raw things as well that don't rely on the editor as much. Like if I just pick up my phone and film 5-10 minutes of me doing something or a bit of a vlog, I think that could be quite cool. So at least I'm posting and connecting with you guys. Bro, my friend have 10 million dashboard on Insta and he doesn't get shit. Yeah, I get 20, I get 30, I've averaged like 30 million views a month the last year. I've had like 500 million views on Instagram, literally. And I've made 0. Instagram doesn't pay for views, so. Bro is shaking his head so much that he's like Indian by birth. Oh my God, bro, I gotta keep this thing still. I jostle don't understand the issue why non-veg people shamed in this predominantly Hindu country. I mean, it's fine in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know why as well. Is what it is, I guess. Oh, we've got a lot of questions here. In the live chat, let's see if we've got any in the questions section. I hang around Galarian Market very often, never came across you. Guess you have to keep your eyes open. I know I can't live with you. You never allow me, but I want only once. Can't live with me, like live? Live? I don't know. Alrighty. Let's go to the chat. Do you watch football? World Cup is coming out. I haven't watched much football. I used to play FIFA a hell of a lot, the video game. So I will be watching the World Cup. The good thing as well about me living in India is that the timing difference is a little bit better than Australia. Australia and like USA and America is like 12 hours apart. So all the games will be in the middle of the night. You wouldn't watch anything in Australia. Whereas I think here in India, at least it's kind of managed, like it'll be a bit late, I think. I'm pretty sure, a bit late. But it'll still be manageable to watch some games, which is pretty cool. Which flavor of tea are you taking? This is masala. This is masala chai. It's good. Have you ever offended Indians accidentally? That's the thing. Being offended is a personal thing. So I'm sure my content, my content just talks very raw and honestly about Indian culture. And yeah, absolutely some people take offense to that. I don't think I've ever offended Indian people as a whole. I would never post something that I feel like is consciously offensive. I would never post that. Also, if I disliked India that much, I just wouldn't live here. Like I'm choosing to live here. I don't have a job here. I can live anywhere. You know what I mean? I make content full time. So I'm choosing to live here because I love the country. Is there some things that annoy me? Like the trash, the pollution, the air quality, the water quality? Of course there's things that annoy me. And I put that in the videos too. But I don't talk about it in like a directly offensive way. Like, you know, like a racist way or an offensive way. I just talk about it as a matter of fact. It's a fact. If there's trash here, there's trash here. That's not an opinion. That's not being offensive. It's just here. Like it's here. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make my videos this is just my real experience. I try to take opinion out of it. I try to just talk about what I actually observe. And if I'm talking about what I really observe and I'm capturing it and I'm talking about it and I'm documenting it, some people take offense to it, but from my personal opinion and in my conscious and in my heart, I'm not making any offensive content. So I hope that answers your question. But yes, of course, there's always, bro, no matter what you say, no matter what your opinion is, on pretty much any topic, someone's going to be offended anyway. So one of those things as a content creator that, if millions of people see your content, 1, 2, 5% are going to be offended, no matter what your opinion is, no matter what you're talking about. So yeah, there are people that have been offended, but I don't feel like I've ever offended Indian people as a whole. Absolutely not. How about some of your fans come to your house to surprise you with a gift because we would like that? Yeah, I know, but I already had some like issues within my society and stuff like that where people are calling my phone and privacy and knocking on my door and stuff. So, and I had 1 or 2 things meeting up with people like in person, and it just becomes a security thing. You know what I mean? Like I like to have my space. I can't have people in my house, unfortunately. That would be nice, but you know what I'm saying. It comes with a security issue. Do you take whey protein, Cristiano Messi? I do, actually. Yeah, I do. I didn't used to for a long time, and now I am taking a little bit just to top up. I lost. I was going to the gym really nicely till like November, December. The last few months been traveling a lot more and filming and moving around a lot more, and I've kind of lost that consistency. So I'm trying to at least maintain the muscle that I have by just adding in a little bit extra whey. Also, like I said earlier in this live, I've cut back a little bit on my meat in general. Especially red meat, so I'm just trying to balance that out with a little bit of whey. Not that much. Some days I won't have. I prefer not taking supplements unnecessarily. So like I will have daily vitamin D tablets. I will have K2, which helps you absorb your vitamin D. I'll have daily zinc. I'll have daily vitamin C and D, I think I mentioned. And then I'll have whey every now and then. I think that's pretty much it. That's my stack. If I really want to have a good sleep or if I'm tired, I might have a magnesium before I go to sleep. But I'm not trying to like just have all these ridiculous, like all these supplements and all this. I have a creatine as well. That's pretty much the extent of my supplement stack. Just based on like a little bit of research. I'm not claiming to be an expert at all, but I feel like when I have these, I feel really good. I feel really good. So I just continue to have them as well. And they're not super expensive as well. So, but yes, I'm having whey in my diet these days. I am. Where is Nishu? I don't know where Nishu is, but I need to call her and catch up with her. Do you watch football? World Cup is coming. I think I answered that question. I will be watching World Cup. Have you been to Bangalore? I have one time for like a week in 2019, and I need to go back. I need to go back because I have a pretty nice Bangalorean. I don't even know if that's the word, but Bangalorean community. So I need to go back to Bangalore. But the traffic is so bad there. I remember that week was ridiculous. It takes 2-3 hours to get anywhere, and I hate that. So let's see. Oh yeah, we already answered some of these. You got to go study. Cristiano Messi, see you. Where's and how's family? Family is all in Australia, and they are fantastic. Thank you for asking. Oh, I'm trying to get the clip. Just make vids, bro. Long ones too. We'll watch them. Don't worry. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. Do you face problem for meat in India because India has more veg people? I don't face problems. No, like chicken is all there. I can get some buff. I can get lamb. Even in the south, there's beef. So no, not too much of a problem. Bro just post videos. You speak a lot. You speak a lot complete in very few seconds. Come on, you have a lot of questions fast. Oh, sorry. I like to answer with like a genuine response. You know what I mean? Give you guys a proper deep response to the questions you're asking. So I really appreciate when you ask questions as well. Masala Chai, I got a random viewer look your videos before, now less time. I used to give Gurgaon 3 years ago. I have left that place. That's what it is. Which could meet too. Thanks. Priya. Gurgaon is good. Delhi is heck. Gurgaon is good. I like Gurgaon too. I'm a big fan. Do you have a profession other than YouTube? Like, cannot survive with just YouTube. Right now, I'm just a content creator. Most of my money is coming from Instagram brand deals. So YouTube, I'm barely making any money. Most of my money from YouTube brand deals pays for my rent, pays for me to produce YouTube, and then I have no money at the end of every month. So I'm kind of like breaking even right now. Hopefully one day I can like propel to a next level with your guys' help, with your guys' support, and start making good money from YouTube and good money from brand deals and really grow this community out and start making like, you know, some good money to be able to produce better and better and better content. So that's the plan. Right now I'm making enough for my brand deals to just pay to keep this moving and for me to not need to get a job, which is cool. I would like to save some money at some stage too, you know what I mean? To start saving to buy a house or to buy a car and these sorts of things as well. But for right now, I'm kind of just trying to keep the content coming for you guys and putting all the money back into that, to be honest with you. Ready paratha right now? Do you like that? I like paratha, but for me it's too heavy and carby towards the end of the day. I like to keep my end of the day kind of light before I sleep, so that's all. Do you know what Thepla is? I have no idea what that is. What is it? What's something that you like about South Indians that's not in North and vice versa? Something I like about the South, and maybe this is like a versus Delhi thing, I like that in Delhi, one thing I don't like is people are very flashy, you know what I mean? Whereas if I'm in Bombay or pretty much anywhere else in the South, but also like Punjab and stuff as well, but I feel like in Delhi, people are very flashy and I don't feel that at all in the South. Like people are so much more humble. I wouldn't know if someone's rich or not rich for the most part, you know, as a generalization. So I like that about the South. I love the beaches more in the South, of course. North, I like a lot of things. The food, the Indian food is great in the North, of course. For me, honestly, as a foreigner, North and South are kind of the same. Like let me put it like this. For me, it's like India has lots of different apples. You know what I'm saying? And yes, there's a difference between a red apple and a green apple, but as a foreigner, we're like oranges. We're a completely different fruit. You know what I mean? So yeah, like you guys think the difference between green and red apples is a big difference, and it is a big difference, but it's not as big as the difference between like apples and oranges, that are completely different fruit. Yeah, wow, that's a damn great analogy, you know? So for me, as an orange, the difference between North and South is not that big. It's there. I can see it. You know, the food's different, the culture is different, the religion, you know, percentages are different. It's there. I know it's there. One's red and one's green, but it's not as different as like being an orange, a whole different fruit. So for me as a foreigner, it's like not the differences are not that big. I still feel like there's a lot of overlap in behavior and culture, and especially a place like Mumbai where there's people from everywhere, and Delhi also there's people from all over the country. So maybe this is the comparison to the big cities. I haven't spent much time in like the more local, smaller cities, and maybe there's much bigger cultural differences there. But yeah, I feel like it's comparing different types of apples all over India versus like, you know, you go to Australia, which is like oranges, completely different culture, like altogether. The foods are not even close to kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? Hope that makes sense. Manish, shut up. Thank you. What's something that you like about... Oh, you already asked me that question. Hope that makes sense. That's a pretty good analogy. I'm pretty happy with that one, to be honest with you. Put cup aside, try finish. Almost finish. Should we finish it right now? Before I spill more on the floor, I swear. Tepla is a Gujarati roti-like dish. It's actually really good. You should try it. Aha, I've been to Gujarat as well. I went to Surat for a couple of days. It's usually earthen with pickle. Eaten with pickle. That's super nice. Bro, have you watched Project Hail Mary? I have not. What is that about? Buddy, you can collab with Indian creators. Everyone would like to have a Pookie Osgoda, especially cricket fans. I want to get more into cricket because I do like cricket. I'm not going to lie to you and say I love cricket, but I like cricket. And I do want to collaborate more with other creators. This is something that like you guys, if you've watched any of my content, I've barely done over the last 2-year journey at all, like ever really. A few collaborations, but not many. So I want to get more into collaborations. I do. It's a great suggestion. So I'm going to take that up. Who said that? Keshav, I think. W Aussie Buy, what's up? SVW7. How do you never drop your biscuit into the chai? Serious skills, bro. Hey, aren't you? Just talent. You know what I mean? Although I'm pretty sure I have once or twice. You ever had an Indian crush? Yes, Disha Patni is my Indian crush. I don't know if that's a serious answer, but it is my Indian crush. I think she's bombshell. But look, yeah, that's my Indian crush. That's the answer, actually. That's the answer. Indian crush. I'm pretty sure she's everyone's Indian crush, no? Disha Patni. She has to be. She's like the ultimate Bollywood crush, isn't she? Isn't that the situation? That was my understanding. That's a movie by Ryan Gosling. Who knows? What was the reason you came to India? I answered this a couple of times in the live stream before you joined. Essentially, it was initially for a job, an accounting job. I applied for a role in India, I got it, and I moved to India for the first time in 2019 and completely fell in love with the country. So that was the first time I came. And since then, 2024, I quit everything in Australia, my job, and I moved out of my apartment and decided to move back with no plan. And 1 or 2 months after I moved back to India, I started to make content. So I moved there for the first time for a job, moved back again for the second time in 2024, just for the love of the country. And I wanted to feel the passion and the energy and the chaos of India once again. So I was like, you know what? I was 29, almost 30, I guess, 29 at the time, I think. I was like, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm never gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it when I'm like 40 and married with kids. And I'm not going to. So if I'm not gonna do it now, I'm never gonna do it. Let's go. And that was 5th of March 2024 I moved. You got any hobbies? I don't know. Overall, you could see one thing removed or wrong with Indian culture. What would it be? I think fitness. Not necessarily wrong, but I think just now health and fitness is really becoming a greater focus. When I was here 7 years ago, 2019, there was almost no gyms around here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one was talking about protein intake and macros and these sorts of things. And now finally the conversation is happening. Maybe it's too much in terms of like protein, like everyone's talking about protein and everything. But it is important because Indian diet's got horrendous protein. Like, people think dal has protein and like paneer has protein, and they have protein, but it's not a good source of protein. It's super low. Somehow you're convinced that, I don't know who's convinced you, doctors or parents or who it is, that these are good sources of protein and higher sources of protein. It's not. The average Indian diet is like 40% less than like required protein intake. So also like exercising isn't a big thing. Like, I mean, even basic things, like so many people will take the little cart or wheelchair around the airport, like instead of walking, like just walk, you know what I mean? So people are, if there's an easy way out, people will take it. Gym culture wasn't there, of course, and fair enough. Now it's starting to come through. So I think health and fitness just needs like a bit more education. And end of the day, like, this isn't like right or wrong, but you know, like you've got some like parts of the world like that have very high life expectancy. Australia's got pretty high life expectancy. You've got some states and areas of like Italy and Greece where they have ridiculously high life expectancy. I think Sardinia in Italy has like the most centurions, the most people above 100 years old. And those people are eating lots of fish, lots of vegetables, lots of nuts, lots of like fish and meats and chickens, and very high protein sources of fresh foods. And they're getting lots of protein, they've got good muscle mass, they're exercising, they're walking, they're staying fit. And these guys live forever. And then you've got the Indian like average life expectancy, which is like 60 something. And so it's not even about being right or wrong. It's not a right or wrong question. It's just about like, you want to live a long, healthy life or not. And then there's proof from around the world that different diet, you know, structures allow humans to live better. And so for me, I would love to make an impact in that space, to bring at least what has worked for me, what's worked for my family, and like my grandparents, the ones that have passed away from old age were all above 90. You know what I mean? And like they lived with healthy, mixed Mediterranean diets and lots of fresh meats and other protein sources and lots of vegetables and salads and yeah, there hasn't been this heavy sort of oil carb based diet which is very prominent in India. So not that that's wrong, it just depends on, you know, the quality of life you want to live, I think. And it's a balance too, like you still enjoy those things, but add a bit of salad. If you're non-veg, add some chicken, you know, a bit more chicken instead of just like you know, like and like other, if you're vegetarian, other like proper high protein sources, or supplement it with some vegetarian, you know, supplement, protein supplement. Like I think these things are important. Lift weights, like do something or if you're not going to, do something for your strength, for your muscles. There's a literally direct linear relationship between muscle development in your body and life expectancy. Direct. And in Indian culture, there doesn't seem to be, now it's coming, which is really cool, doesn't seem to be that much of a focus around muscle development or strength training, these sorts of things. It doesn't have to be in the gym. You could do push-ups at home. You could just do basic stuff at home. You know, I'm not saying go get a gym membership, but for me, I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about taking care of my health and fitness and trying to live not only a long life, but a quality life. I want to live 100 quality years. You know what I mean? I don't want to just scrape through 100 years. And so, yeah, I'm doing my best to maintain and build my muscle density, to eat healthy foods that fuel my macronutrient requirements and still taste good. Like if I want to have dal makhani, butter chicken, paranta, pani puri, I'll have. I don't like, it's not like don't eat the stuff you like, but it's like make sure you're fueling your body with the right things. And I feel like, yeah, there's a few tweaks that I think could help a lot of people from a diet health perspective in Indian culture. That's a pretty strong personal opinion. Damn, I went on for that one a little while. That was an intense one. Do you avoid alcohol to stay fit? I rarely drink alcohol, yes. But I still, like every now and then I'll have one or two drinks, I guess. Like maybe one day a month sort of thing, but I more or less avoid it. And the reason why, and not, what I'm about to say is not necessarily scientifically true, but I heard it and it really stuck with me. It's like, alcohol is a poison, right? We all know that, that's fine. And every now and then it's cool to enjoy a glass of wine, have a few drinks, like if it's your birthday, go enjoy the night, I have 10 beers, you know, it's fine. But when I saw this in a video, it's like alcohol is poison. And so if you're putting poison in your body, how I interpret it and how it makes sense to me is your body kind of stops all other function just to get the poison out of your body. Like the most urgent, important thing that your body's doing in that moment is get the poison out of the body. Let's stop muscle repair, stop muscle development, stop anything that's happening in the body. We need to get this poison out. That's what your body's thinking, you know? And it takes approximately 1 hour to get one standard drink out of your body. And so for that hour, and maybe for more time afterwards, your body's stopping muscle repair, stopping muscle development, you know, cell development, all these sorts of things. It stops it. Again, not strict science, but how I interpret it, to just get the poison out of your body. And so even if you have one drink, you say it doesn't matter, it kind of does, because for some time, might be more than an hour, your body's not doing anything that it's supposed to be doing. It's just focusing on getting the poison out of your body. And so, you know, if you're having 10 drinks, it's like at least half a day of where your body's just focusing on getting the poison out of your body and not doing the things it's supposed to do to keep you healthy. So it makes a big difference. So that's why even one drink actually does make a difference. And this is why I've kind of cut out, like, I think that like one beer with dinner is the dangerous one. Sometimes I'll go out and I'll have 5-6 drinks and just enjoy the night. You got to live life too. And I'm big about living life and having balance. But that one drink every night with dinner is the killer. That's the killer, because you're not getting a buzz. You know, there's no real benefit. You know, I would enjoy the taste of a Coke or something more anyway. And so that's the killer, the 1 or 2 beers every night with dinner and the 1 or 2 drinks every single night here and there. Or you know what I mean? That's the part that gets you. Go enjoy, once in a while, go enjoy your night out. You know what I mean? Do you have visible abs? I like to think so, Optics. I like to think so. Indian diet, too much carbs, more and more people are becoming health conscious these days. But then again, tier 2 and 3 areas aren't much aware of the dietary need. Yes, completely agree. And I would love to make a difference in this space, just with like informative content. Hey Aussie brother, what's up? 93, I'm 93 today in 2 months? Wow, that's crazy. That is Priya, you're 93? Hey, unbelievable. Looking good, man. I appreciate you, sir. What is your age? I'm guessing between 23 and 26. Ladies and gents, this is why I eat healthy. I go to the gym. I run. I avoid alcohol. I've never smoked a full cigarette in my whole life. I don't vape because you guys think I'm 23 to 26. And pretty much everyone thinks I'm 26, 27, 25. I am 31. And I feel absolutely sensational. You take care of your figure nicely. Thank you, Priya. I appreciate it. That's it, ladies and gents. When you knew that Australia has won the 2013 ODI World Cup, did you celebrate or got saddened by the defeat of... I was in India. I was in Gurgaon for a wedding in 2023 when Australia won the World Cup and I celebrated. I went to a wedding with my Australian scarf and I was teasing I was the only Australian there, of course, in a wedding full of Indian people, and I was celebrating. Don't you forget that. How safe is India for the gays? Like, it's not part... Yeah, this is a tough question. I don't know. What I know is that, like, there's a lot of, I guess, tier 2, tier 3 cities where families don't even know, like, the gay's a thing, is my understanding. I don't know if that's true or not. And yeah, there's still, like, it's not as, I would say it's not as widely accepted as, like, some of the more progressive countries in the world, like Netherlands and these sorts of things. I mean, yeah, it's just absolutely not as widely accepted. But it's definitely getting there, and it's definitely improving, and people are coming out more, and people are celebrating it more here. And if I was in an Indigo flight last night back from Mumbai to Delhi, and there's a whole page like Pride Month, you know what I mean? So it's becoming much, much more accepted very, very rapidly, especially with social media now. Like, I think India is just very quickly adopting a lot of Western behaviors and thoughts and beliefs very quickly. It's like, you know, like I think the Western world kind of slowly developed its culture and beliefs. And India went from like very, very, very Indian traditional culture. And then, you know, the last 10 years, social media's come in and just gone like, bang, like straight direct line to Western culture, more or less. You know, not fully, but, and so now what I've seen is a huge cultural difference between people my age in their 20s, early 30s and below, and Gen Zs especially, compared to the older generation, the 50s and above. It's one generation gap, but the gap is huge, absolutely huge, because these guys didn't grow up with social media. So it's just this very traditional Indian culture, you know, arranged marriages are very prominent, and, you know, dietary, you know, like beliefs and all these sorts of things. And just the next generation below is like very Western, very Western. And so it's very interesting for me to observe that super, super, super stark cultural gap in India. Very interesting, very, very interesting. When are you coming to Hisar? I do not know. I have no plan to go at this stage, unfortunately. But I guess we've got to make a plan. Bro, I'm half your age, but I still have abs with Indian diet because you're half my age. But you and I both know there's a lot of people that do not in India. There's a lot of people with the Indian stomach, you know what I mean? This thing. A lot of people don't have abs. But proud of you. Keep it up. If it's working for you, bro, stick to it. Stick to it. I'm sure. Are you non-veg or veg? If you're, and like you have like muscle development? If you have muscle development, I'm sure you're non-veg. But if you're veg with muscle development and abs and Indian diet, bro, share the secrets. Share the secrets. What are you eating? What's your main protein source? If you're, yeah, tell me, even if you're non-veg. And then we're gonna leave it there. Good to check in with you guys though. Enjoy coming in. Optics, need your answer. And then we're gonna wrap it up for the evening. Hopefully still there, Optics. 。 not seeing your message coming through, sir. So I don't know if you've gone or not. Maybe you're not here. All good. Maybe you dropped off. No stress. Oh, you're here. I'm veg. My main protein source is yogurt, tofu, paneer, and soya. Nice. Crazy, bro. That's awesome. DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram, and hopefully you got some like physique pictures and stuff there. Veg, yogurt is great. Tofu is way better than paneer, so that's really cool to see that in there as well. And soya is also pretty good too. I'm not a big fan of the taste of soya, but awesome to getting those in. Congrats, sir. Maintaining that in Indian veg diet is not easy. Not easy. Hit me up on Instagram in the DMs. Yeah, it'd be good to have a chat. Ladies and gents, been a pleasure as always. Structure around the live streams is coming. I'm going to keep bringing the live streams as well. I don't care if it's 1 of you or 10 of you or 100 of you or 1,000 of you. I want to keep coming to the live streams as well. And we're going to get some, hopefully in real life streams. I think could be super fun. So if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like me to see or do, I made a post a couple of weeks ago about it. So put the comment there or DM me on Instagram as well. If you've got any things you'd love me to see me do on a live stream, love to bring it to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you next stream, Jello, and everybody else. Ciao. Life is good, by the way.